Today I want to talk about a specific Spider-Man game. A Spider-Man game where you feel the weight of every choice you make on your shoulders. A Spider-Man game where you can feel the world under your feet crumble if you let it. A Spider-Man game about battling your own demons as well as many others. I'm of course talking about Spider-Man Web of Shadows. This is a dope-ass Spider-Man game. No, it's not the best by far, but it's been my personal favorite ever since I was young. But why is that? Well, I can tell you this game holds a special place in my heart for being my introduction to Spider-Man's black suit and all the symbiotes. And the game can be just a little bit eerie at times. Like, throughout the game, it just sort of feels like, the world is ending. The world could end at any moment, and you very well can let it end if you choose to be a bad guy. And that's something I have to give this game exclusively. In every Spider-Man game, you can take comfort that by the end of the game, it'll all work out. There are some things to be said about the quality of this game's decision making, but I'm glad it's here, because in this game there's not that comfort that everything will work out in the end. Depending on how you want to play this game decides the fate of New York City. It's up to you, Spider-Man, to save New York City. Now I just want to talk about some small details like Spider-Man's suit. This game sees pretty much Spider-Man's classic suit, but the colors are more jaded. He appears a lot thinner, as if his body's been deteriorating or he's been starving himself for the past few days. It is a favorite to me in terms of Spidey looks. Now, I'm not saying this is the look that Spidey has to have in every material. I'm just saying it really fits this story. It really fits this game. He still maintains some of his muscle, but you can tell that his body, his form, is not what it was a month ago, even a week ago. Now, am I reading too deep into it? Is this just how his model came to be? Is there no actual storytelling behind his appearance in this game? Probably, but I'm just waffling about an 18-year-old game, so just let me ramble. To that I say, this art is meant to be interpreted, and this is how I interpret it. I really quickly want to talk about the combat in this game. It's a solid system, and while it's not the best combat in a Spider-Man game, I think it may just be the most accurate combat in a Spider-Man game. I think this combat is most accurate to how Spider-Man fights. I mean, now we have Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which is by far the best Spider-Man combat, but I always come back to this. I always come back to web striking and friggin' hooked 100 fist rushing my enemies as Spider-Man. There's a lot more depth in this combat system than it appears to have, and that's something I can say about the swinging as well, which, by the way, this game has the best Spider-Man swinging in all the Spider-Man games of all time. Let's talk about the voice acting. People love to clown on this game's voice acting, and I do too, but I have something to say about it. A lot of the line delivery, it comes off pretty goofy.
Venom, get ready for a world of pain.
And yes, the voice acting in this game is not great, but the voices in this game are great. I've said this many times in the past, I wouldn't mind seeing this Spider-Man voice actor come back again in a future project. Who does voice act Spider-Man in Web of Shadows? Spider-Man voice. Mike Vaughn? Yeah, that's how you say it. Mike Vaughn is the voice of Spider-Man in Web of Shadows, and I would not be opposed to him coming back. He's got this monotone, but still pretty light-toned voice like Peter Parker should have. And God, I just love his narrations in this game.
It started just like this. 4 days ago. Fighting to breathe. To survive.
Parker.
Venom! That morning, everything changed. And for once, things look pretty good for our hero.
Oh my god. Are you narrating?
Also, Venom's voice is properly creepy, as it should.
Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are.
Gross.
Parker, you took away part of us, but that just made us stronger. We grow.
Eddie, that's not right.
Eddie, we don't listen to Eddie.
They did a damn good job with Venom in Marvel Spider-Man 2, but it's just not as eerie, as creepy as Web of Shadows Venom. That's all I have to say about the voices. Now, I love this game head to toe and all, but there's just one glaring flaw that cannot be looked over when playing this game today, and that is it's freaking dated. It's really old. And whenever I revisit this game now, it just leaves me wanting some sort of remaster, a sort of successor to this game, a modernized edition. And well, Web of Shadows actually does have this successor that I so want.
What's happening to this city? What has become of its heroes? And its villains? How do I turn back the darkness? Without losing myself to it. If I go against everything I stand for, will it be enough? Or am I already too late?
Now, did that look freaking awesome? Well, that's not what the actual game is like. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is a game I've been mentioning throughout this entire video, and it's because this is the spiritual successor to Web of Shadows. Spider-Man 2 may be the successor to Web of Shadows, but it is far from a replacement. Aside from how poorly this game's pacing is, it's just not as dark, as hopeless as Web of Shadows felt. Remember that thing I mentioned about Web of Shadows, about there not being a guaranteed good ending. You don't have the comfort of knowing that everything will work out in the end. Spider-Man 2 does away with this, knowing this is a strictly linear path where Spider-Man, without question, is going to save the day. It's cool, but I expected more. Possibly expected too much. I mean, is that all I really want? Do I just want Web of Shadows Remastered, complete translation of the entire story in RTX graphics? Maybe I do, but Marvel's Spider-Man 2 isn't a bad game. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is actually a dope-ass Spider-Man game. But unfortunately, it is a victim of the age it was created in, and this will shine through in gameplay. Though that doesn't stop Spider-Man 2 from being a wildly fun game. Again, this is a dope-ass Spider-Man game. If you can skip past, not mind the slower points of gameplay, this game is incredibly cool. It does Web of Shadows a certain level of justice, but not fully. And that's why I still encourage you to look back at Web of Shadows for what it was. Web of Shadows, at least in my heart, remains perfect. I'm a huge fan of any symbiote story. Leave a like on this video if you did enjoy, and you know what? Comment whatever you'd like. We only have so much time before the symbiotes take over, so make a day of it. We live in a society, and I hope to see you all in the next video.